Notice your breathing moving in and out of your body. Feel how your body gently swells with each breath you take in. Breathe in and out at your own natural rhythm. And as you breathe in, bring in spaciousness, quiet. And as you breathe out, take on that breath any tension you find in your body. Breathing in calm, golden space. And breathing out any tiredness from the day, any aches and pains. Fill yourself with golden, warm light. Feel inside yourself for where your muscles are tight and locked in place. Sense where your mind has been buzzing, working hard. Feel where bones are aching, and to any place of discomfort in your body, take those golden breaths. Carry them to those areas needing care, massaging yourself to a state of softness, of quiet repose. You become aware that you're walking, that your feet are taking you on autopilot forwards, exploring a vast, fertile green valley. It's a bright, fresh morning. You feel free and safe. Overhead is a sky perfectly blue, with not one plane trail spoiling it. Cloudless from horizon to horizon. A dragonfly passes in front of you, bringing your attention to the river. You're on its bank. Before you is a wide ribbon of water, silently slipping by like the flow of time, unstoppable and graceful. Through this wide plain, the river meanders, reflecting the sky, and in the distance the valley walls rise. They cloak themselves with forests, and then they become rough peaks. You notice great shapes further down the river. Dinosaurs, heads dipped, drinking. A herd of them is slowly crossing the water, the larger guiding the smaller. But you're drawn to the mountains that rise on either side, up where the trees thin to matchsticks, running along ragged seams of rock, stone pushed through the earth's crust millions of years ago. Now a vivid orange in the morning sun. those peaks illuminated so high up in the blue sky they seem impossible to reach. Take a few moments to fill your lungs with clean, crisp air. Now your feet have begun climbing. They're moving you up the lower slopes towards those distant mountains, and the sun is warm on your neck. On the inclining ground, you meet occasional small trees, young and isolated. Your feet move you onwards. The next time you look up, the trees are surrounding you. They're larger, more mature, and you're weaving between their trunks. There's no physical exertion as you climb, only a joy that you feel as your muscles spring forwards. If you turn your head back, now the valley is low behind you. Those dinosaurs are tiny beside that wide ribbon of blue. You resume weaving your way between the trees, threading through dark blue and green, your path an unravelling knot under the rustling boughs. Find a tree that calls to you, and notice how the sun's heat makes sap ooze from its bark. That transparent sap has a powerful smell like an essential oil. Place your palms on the bark, lean close and inhale. What are you smelling? The scent makes the hairs on your neck stand up. It's so full of life force. Rub the resin between your finger and your thumb. It isn't sticky, but it feels more like an ointment, something easily absorbed by your skin. You stand here, that rich smell in your nose, hearing the wind move the branches overhead. Bring up your hands and rub this resin into your temples. Feel the coolness, how it makes your pores refreshed. And that smell now, you can sense it right inside your bloodstream. Rub the sap over your cheekbones, your chin, into your neck, over each hand. Wherever it touches, you tingle. The resin's life force moves through skin into you. Take a few moments to rub yourself with this resin. The trees have thinned out further. Now, between them, boulders sit, great rocks forgotten by the glaciers. Beyond them rise the mountains, seams of rock pushing into the cold sky. Sense how clean the air is. Each breath is crystal sharp, pure as ice. This is air that's been filtered by trees, cooled by distant snow, and when you breathe it in, it works magic inside you. Now the trees are a forest below you. When you turn your head, the valley from this high up is simply one of many stretching to the horizon. The ground is hard under your feet. What you're walking over is the province of beings greater than we are. Beings whom, for want of a better word, we could call gods. Your own steps are crunching now, dislodging pebbles that bounce downwards into open air. The mountaintops seem almost in reach. Your feet accelerate, taking you higher, higher, until the incline under them levels out. You approach the highest point. Breathe in lungfuls of icy air. Hold out your arms wide. Feel how glorious it is to stand up here in the sky, lit by the direct morning sun. On this flat mountaintop, warmed by the sun, there are stone blocks, the weathered ruins of dwellings. Ankle high, the remnants of walls push up through the small plants that manage to grow up here. Walls that show you where dwellings were. On each side of you, buildings faced an ancient street. You can make out gaps that once must have held doors. Stepping through, you get the faintest hints of home. Soot is on stone from a long cold hearth. Passing further along this old street, you feel the age of each house. You feel that wind blowing strong. Pull your clothes closer. Make yourself warm. At the end of this ancient street, there silhouetted against the panorama of hills, there's a figure in dark cloth. Their robes flap to one side. As you approach, you can hear them fluttering in the breeze. The woman is wiry and barefooted. Her back is to you. The wind whips her silver hair. When you draw near, she doesn't look at you. She remains eyeing the world below. Stand beside her. Feel that fresh, strong wind blowing here from the four horizons. As its chill thrills you, draw a wish into your mind, a wish for you alone. Bring that into the front of your mind. Hold out one hand into the wind. Imagine you're cupping that wish in your closed palm. The woman reaches out, encloses your hand in her cold skin. Cold, then heat. She opens up your hand, and the wind takes your wish away. You've been in a day of uncertain timings up here, standing in a dream. The sun to your left is now beginning to set. The clouds along the horizon are lines of fire. The valleys below are darkening lilac. Shadows form in the glens. The last sunlight hits the peaks, a tiger skin of peach and black. The woman is still here. Now she looks at you. What's her face like? She reaches out, her bangles ringing against each other, takes your shoulders and turns you slowly round 360 degrees. As you circle in the landscape around you, there are 4 hills you particularly notice on the horizon, a peak for each direction, for north, east, south and west. Their shapes will stand out to you. One might be pointed, another snubbed like a nose. But however they look, each of these 4 compass peaks is higher than its neighbours, filled with character even over all these miles. You're at the centre of a great earth disk compass. The woman releases you, so you're facing north. Standing here in that strong, cold wind, think about how you feel about north. What does the word north conjure up in you? What idea do you have of north? What people in your life came from that direction? When have you been there? Let your relationship with the north come closer, become clearer as you focus on that distant peak. Now the woman turns you another 90 degrees. You're facing east. Take in the peak in that direction that commands your attention, calling to you. Take it in and think about east, your relationship with east, what the word makes you think of, how it makes you feel. Whether you like it, what it's meant to you. Is the East somewhere you've wanted to be in your life? Now hands on your shoulders turn you another 90 degrees. You're facing the southern peak over those many miles of darkening land. Think about the south. Let the feelings and ideas you have about the south come closer. What does south mean to you? Who is from there in your life? And how has it shaped your life so far? Finally, you're turned a last 90 degrees, facing the west. That's where the sun is setting behind a silhouetted peak. Feel what the word west means to you, how the idea of the west has affected you, what emotions it conjures in you. When were you in the west? And what's occurred there in your life? You find you're alone at the edge of the ruined village, on the edge of this flat-topped mountain. The woman has faded away. Now you stand in her place, at the end of that ancient street, gazing out as the sun disappears below the horizon. While the sun is still with us, quickly feel with your intuition which direction caused you the strongest. Just now as you returned to them all, which direction made you happiest, the most whole, the most excited? This great compass has you at its center. Feel inside you that direction, the one to watch for in the future weeks. Align your compass to what's pulling you and anchor it in yourself for waking life. And now it's time to retrace our journey from this mountaintop. Turning, you face along the street between those ruined houses. The vivid colors of dusk are reclining into darker shades, and the wind rises to circle your shoulders. It turns you in its grasp as if it's checking you're safe, and as it does this, you feel no heavier than an autumn leaf. The wind can pick you up and carry you with no effort at all, and now with spirals and turns, you move into the open air. Now we're gliding over that forest we climbed through. That wide river is lost in shadow. Instead, the whole landscape moves into the background, and we are carried back in the direction where our bodies are waiting for us. Find your body and position yourself a few inches above its physical outline. Breathe in, go in with that breath into the empty space of your body, all the way down your legs, down to your feet. Find your toes and leave yourself there. Breathe in again into your chest and go down with that circling breath, this time down to the knees, to fill up your calves, to leave yourself in your thighs. Breathe in again, and this time bring yourself in to remain in the hips, to begin climbing the spine and to fill out your tummy. Breathe in once more around the inside of your rib cage. Bring yourself back into the chest cavity and the lungs. Breathe in once more, and let's fill between the shoulder blades now, down each arm, all the way down to where the fingers are, the palms. Leave yourself down there. Breathe in and go down your arms once more to fill your forearms, your elbows, all the way up to the shoulders. And now as we breathe into the chest, let's go up the neck and into the head, filling and leaving yourself under the curve of the skull, between your eyes, behind your nose. Breathe in that little point of you that thinks, and leave it up there in the forehead where it normally lives. And carry on breathing, sensing for any places in you that still feel empty or vacant. Notice where they are and take your essence there, until breathing in and out, your body begins to feel an organic whole once more, all the parts connected. Try wiggling your fingers and then your toes. And when you feel you are fully back, breathe in and let's open up our eyes.